What's up, everybody? It's your Saturday guy, Caden, and I'm back. This week is a free topic week, and I did the introduction and everything in the last one, and I don't really have any update. So, with this free topic, what I want to talk about is something that has shaped me into the person that I am today, and I know that some of you are trying to go through now. So, let's talk about sports. As you can see, I am kind of obsessed. Those are some of my jerseys that I've worn over the years. Just my softball jerseys alone. There's more on that side that you can't see. But I have always been big into sports, and
Catch me at the X with OG at a Yankee game. Shit, I made the Yankee hat more famous than a Yankee can. You should know I bleed blue, but I ain't a crypto. But I got a gang of niggas walking with my click though. Welcome to the melting pot, corners where we selling rock. Africa been by the shit.
I like no interruption when the game is on. I like slam dunk to take me to the hoop. My favorite play is the alley-oop. I like the pick and roll, I like the give and go. And it's basketball, bow wow, let's go.
And transitioning affects athletics, even if we don't want it to, because once you start to transition medically, you can no longer compete as a female in most cases because testosterone is a banned substance. I came out in college, and I ended up going to a school, and I went there for 2 years, and I decided to drop out because I was very unhappy with myself and the whole situation that I was in, and my grades weren't what they were supposed to be because I was not happy. I was in a very dark place. But at that school, I ended up walking onto the softball team, and I ended up obtaining a softball scholarship for a Division I university. So I got on scholarship, and I knew that me leaving meant that my career could possibly be over forever. Because at the time that I dropped out, I knew what was going on. I knew that I was trans. I didn't have a set plan on if I was going to come out then or not, and I didn't know what would come next. And so I knew that me leaving meant that that was it for my competitive softball career. And that was very hard to take for me because I pretty much had to make a choice between something I've been doing for 18 plus years and the rest of my life. And softball has played an important part in my life that has given me friendships that I have now, and has taken me up and down the East Coast, and has given me opportunities that I never would have had otherwise, and to meet people that I never would have met otherwise, and to become the person that I am today. And so it really was a hard decision for me, and it wasn't until just the very last minute of the summer after my sophomore year of college that I decided that I wasn't going to go back, because I was tussling with this decision on, if I leave, what comes next? And so I knew what I had to do. So I left, and a couple years later I ended up transferring to a different school for a semester, and I was just miserable because I still wasn't out. And so I called my mom from there, and that's how I came out, and I didn't end up going back for the spring semester of that year. On the bright side of that, my competitive softball career was over in that sense. But I came home and I started to get into slow pitch softball. And I got into slow pitch softball as a female. And I won 2 state championships playing slow pitch softball as a female. So that was a very good outcome of me leaving the school. But then I decided that I was going to come out and I was going to start medically transitioning. And that meant that I no longer could play as a female. And in my area, we have a lot of big dudes. Big dudes that hit home runs all the time. Big dudes that have 3 times the power I'll ever have, even if I hit the gym as hard as I possibly can for the next 4 years. And I'm coming in to that side of the competitive spectrum in my slow pitch leagues, and I have to try to hold my own against these guys, and I have a lot of catching up to do. It's frustrating a lot of the time. I know what I want to do, I know what I can do, but it's the constant competition inside my own head that I just want to be able to compete at the same level, but I realize that I'm X amount of steps behind. And that's a hard realization for a lot of us to come by, that we just haven't had the physical advantages on this side of the road. And the one thing that I do have that a lot of these people don't have is I'm very fast. My speed really helps me out in areas where I otherwise am lacking. I may not be as strong, only 5'2". I'm not as vertically tall or as built, even muscular or heavier men that I play with, but I'm faster than most people in the league. I'm faster than most people, male or female. And so it really comes down to figuring out how to pick your battles. I may not be able to be on the bomb squad, but I could leg out a triple from a hit that they would be able to only hit a single, maybe a double on. And so I may not hit the bomb squad, but if I get a nice enough hit in a hole, I can leg that out for an inside the park home run. And in the book, both home runs look the same. So I've really learned that through this whole transition that you gotta pick your battles and you gotta realize where your max capacity is with some things. And I know that I'm never going to be able to get to that level that they're at least not in the time frame that I still plan on playing. I may be able to hit a few if I, after top surgery, if I start working out and really getting at it, but learning to accept what you have instead of what you could have has been a big, huge part of all of this for me. And I know that making that decision to continue to play as a male was a very difficult decision for me because all of the people that I was going to be playing with as a male knew me as a female first, because I'd be in the same leagues with all of these people, and how they were going to accept me was going to be a very big, huge thing, because I play 5 nights of the week. As a female, I played 6, maybe sometimes 7 days a week. I played every single night. These people were like my second family, but they weren't on a close level to me where I was comfortable just sharing all this information. So when I came out publicly, and they were all very welcoming, actually. There's been a few that haven't been so welcoming, but everybody that has found out, and almost everybody in all of my leagues, know that I'm trans. And I'm from a very conservative, hillbilly-ish place in Pennsylvania, and these people would have my back if something happened in a heartbeat. And I'm very lucky for that, because it could have gone completely different, and I could have been forced to quit playing forever because of the way people were going to react. And if they were going to react negatively, putting myself in harm's way wouldn't have been the best situation for me. And so I'm very glad and I'm thankful for the people that I'm surrounded by, because if it wasn't for them, I'd be going crazy, because my athletic career would be over. And it's weird to think about, because I don't know what I would do. I don't really have any other big interests, and this has been my interest for a majority of my life. So I really don't know what I would do if they didn't accept me. But it's pretty awesome that they do, because I get to be who I am, and I get to do what I love. And it's a really great thing, because that's given me opportunities to start coaching and to advance my softball and athletic careers in ways that I didn't think were going to be possible when I made the decision to leave school and to transition. If any of you are going through a similar situation, you should really research if you're into athletics, I know the NCAA testosterone is a banned substance, so once you start taking testosterone, you can no longer compete on the female side. So if you do choose to transition and you are into athletics, will have to compete as a male in the NCAA. Whether you are on the lowest dose possible or you are at a high dose or anywhere in between, they do not accept testosterone on the female side because it is a performance enhancer. I do recommend that you do your research on these things prior to, and if you will not compete as a female, will you continue to go that route? And if not, will you do it recreationally or as serious competition? And what I want you to consider is sometimes the recreational stuff, which is what I'm doing, has a competitive side. So like I play for fun during the week, but there are tournaments and everything that are held, and state tournaments and championships and stuff like that you can get into doing rec stuff also. So take all of those into consideration if any of you are in this same situation. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to come ask me, because I've been through it. When I was going to college, I knew that I had to look into some of this stuff, and that's why it was such a hard decision for me to make, because I already knew the answer. I hope you guys watched everybody else's videos, because it's a free topic week. Everybody gets to discuss different things, and everybody had some pretty great topics. We introduced 2 new guys this week. Trey had some big news. Kaysen is looking for some brotherly love. So if you guys could look up their videos and go watch and show them some love, show our page some love, and we're starting a new week tomorrow. So I hope you guys enjoyed this week. I hope you had a great 4th of July. I hope you have a great weekend, a great Saturday, and I will see you guys next week.